Yo! About time we finally get back to work on this. I've been slacking off lately. So I mentioned I've had a, migraine for the past couple days, and I feel like my eyes are still a little sensitive. So what I may do in here is that, which looks ugly as sin, I'm gonna be honest, but it isn't quite as bright. Oh, now it's gonna take me a while just to get used to this and figure out what's what. Okay, So, next thing we're working on is Tofu's AI, or the AI to deal with tofu blocks. So that seems to be here. Trash blocks take AI priority. And then how to act if you're holding something, how to act if you're not holding something. Okay, so we got that for that. And then we need something very similar up here. Okay, so what do we actually have to do in order to get Tofu, the AI, to handle Tofu's blocks? So the thing with Tofu's blocks is it's very easy for a stupid AI to block itself out. Evening, Daisy. So I've done some thinking about this before, but I have to, re-figure out how it works exactly. So if you're not holding a block, the general strategy is pretty much always going to be to grab the highest block and put it on the lowest block. Okay, so I have... Yeah, so I can pretty much just grab this code and move it over there. So this is not holding something under Tofu's block. So quantity equals 0. We already know quantity is equal to 0, so we don't need to check that. This is going to need to be a 5, maybe? Okay, so that should be simple enough, because we need to have that in that situation. So otherwise... So if this is not found, I suppose... So I want that in because I want to be able to check afterwards. Okay, so if too high is 0, then we need to set the destination to the highest not tofu block. I don't have a way to do this, so I'm going to have to make another function. It'll probably be very similar to the... have gem find dump. Is that it? Is that all I have to do to this function, and it now finds the highest instead of the lowest? Really? I changed a single greater than to a less than. Hello, Noah the Darkrai. Hello, Itinerant. Alright, that's as good as that's gonna get, I think. Now then, this can return 0, I believe. No, these are right at the very beginning. I set tempx to fieldback.x, and then I set return value to tempx. So right at the beginning, I set return value to fieldback.x. So if I do nothing with it, it'll still be the far left edge of fieldback. Fun. Okay, so this should... I kind of wish this would return 0, honestly. Alexander, honestly, it's because the chat's just not very active, and engaging the chat of a stream where generally everybody shows up to the stream to see what's going on in the actual stream. Trying to engage the people in the chat with something that you're producing on your own with little to do with what's going on in the actual stream generally isn't going to be the best way to catch people's attention. Stream chats, period, really, just aren't going to be the best place to grab people's attention with stuff that you have...
Self-promotion, basically.
Sort of, yeah.
It's kind of...
Yeah. They're not here for that, so that's just not going to be a good way to get somebody's attention, no matter what stream you're in. A better place for it would maybe be our Discord.
Yeah, it's more of a discussion place than stream.
Yeah, like stream chat is not a good place for independent discussion. And like the stream chats are usually pretty quiet when I'm doing game dev anyway. Because there's not a lot going on. I'm mostly just staring at it and trying to figure out what's going on. I usually don't even like publicize these streams beyond maybe a tweet. And it's not something like super engaging, like a video game stream that would draw in a large crowd. So it's mostly just people kind of stepping in to check up and see what's up. And honestly, like, I can't get involved in a huge discussion either because I'm concentrating on programming. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out if this can return 0. I don't think it can. I kinda wish it did, though. That way down here, I could say, if this thing returns 0... I guess it doesn't matter. Whatever, doesn't matter. Okay, so let's go back up here. Tofu block, tofu block, tofu block. Okay, so if you are holding something... So if what you're holding is... So if you are holding garbage, I just want you to throw this on the absolute lowest point. NPC have gem, find, dump. I'm pretty sure that's what I'm after. Let's see, so, have gem, find, dump, that'll find the lowest point. And ideally, streamers should be engaging themselves with the chat. It's just difficult for me to do that while programming without effectively preventing me from programming, and that's just something I kind of understand going into this. Like in a normal stream where I'd just be playing games or whatever, I'd be engaging with the chat a lot more. I do still try to read, it's also a very quiet chat, really. Okay, so if you're holding garbage, find a place, throw it. Else, if you're not holding garbage, so if you're not holding garbage, I need to find the nearest tofu block. Oh, I've find nearest trash. Will this work, though? I don't know if this will work. How many character blocks have I made? Have I made the bomb? I have made the bomb. The AI just currently cannot handle the bomb. So I think this specifically looks for garbage on top. Okay, so let's take a look here. So Tempex to Clown X, we're starting on the Clown. Sent temp destination to 0, return value to 0, alright, whatever. For each gem ordered by gem.y ascending, where x equals temp x.
I love how this giant thing is chasing us, and everyone's just like, ignore it, and it'll totally go away.
Okay, for each gem ordered by ascending, so it'll be the lowest gem at temp x, or the highest gem at temp x. Stop loop. For each move gem, okay, so that's just move check. If gem type equals that, yeah, so this is specifically looking for the topmost gem. So I need to make a new function that does pretty much exactly this. Only not quite. Okay, so we don't actually care about move check. We also don't need to order by ascending. Okay, so X is on temp X. It's a garbage block. So we go until we find something. If we find something, we stop loop. Can I just put this up here and get rid of this? I should probably comment that out instead of getting rid of it entirely. But too late now! I don't care about move check. Okay, so find nearest tofu. So can have gem find dump return 0. No. Can find nearest tofu return 0. Yes. Later, Alexander. Yeah, can indeed return 0. So, up here... So find nearest tofu can return 0. So if we're there, throw them. If our destination equals 0, set destination to self.x, and wait indefinitely. That should be able to wait until whatever's going on that's confusing it resolves, being a block destroying or whatever, and then it should go to there is no garbage.
Team Choya is standing on this tree, and I love it. I'm gonna have to cut that tree down again.
I'm surprised they collide with that. Or maybe it was intent.
I mean, to be fair, I'm still colliding with it. They probably just don't know. It'd be difficult to update collision on something that's stupid small.
I'm surprised they have collision on it, period. Like, I think with Final Fantasy, it's either you don't collide with it at all, you can just walk through it, or it's a permanent fixture, and like, even though you can log from it, it doesn't go away. The log point just goes away. I feel like that's something where normally I have the thought that you can't change collision in an MMO in a public area. Like, you can't update collision based on per person thing, because it'd be really weird. But, I don't know, I feel like with something like that, it just doesn't matter. Like, whatever. Remove collision for just that one player.
Yeah.
So they can walk through and somebody else walks over and sees you standing in a tree they can log. Whatever.
I've seen weirder things.
Yeah, that's not gonna break my sense of immersion. Okay, I can't think of much else I need to do with Tofu's block right now. So if you're holding garbage, so if you're holding garbage, throw it on the lowest point available. If you're not holding garbage, throw it on top of the nearest tofu block. And then if you're not holding anything, okay, so that'll do that.
Whoa, whoa! Let's not fall off the cliff.
Okay, so currently the AI can get stuck. So I need a prioritize high blocks if too high again.
person next to you goes, no, please, we're in a desert, no fires. We've seen enough of that.
Okay, so we need a special prioritize high blocks if too high. So... this should catch. If it's too high, then I don't care what you're holding. I still feel like this is somewhat abusable. Because NPC have gem find dump does not return 0. No, it does return 0. It ignores garbage blocks. What I can do, though... So if I make a second variable, or a second argument going into this function called ignore garbage, if I make that a 1, then it will come down here and say... parameter 1 does not equal 1, so if I haven't touched it, then it will do that. Otherwise, it is happy to do garbage, so I should be able to put a 1 in there. Let's see here, where am I? Have to find dump. 1. Theoretically, I also shouldn't have to change any of my other functions. I should be able to just put a 1 after that if I don't care about it putting stuff on top of garbage. Okay, theoretically, Tofu's block works. Theoretically, the AI can handle Tofu's block. So how do you handle tofu blocks? Grab the highest, put it on that. Grab the highest, put it on that. Grab the highest, put it on that. Yep. 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 Okay, so obviously the problem is that this is finding the highest thing when the highest thing may be a block that I don't want to remove. So... oh man. So I think what I want to do is I also want to search here.
Oh my goodness, look at my crazy pink bun.
Pick all gem. Okay, pick all gem where x equals temp x. So I think what I'll do here is I'll add another... Okay, so if I make this 1, then it will also test this, and if it finds one deeper, it won't put it there. What are you doing? Okay, y is 288. Roll back y is 96. Gem size is 48. So 48 times 4 is 192 plus fieldback.y, which is 96, 288. So if y is less than or equal to that, which it is, Okay, so for one, this can be... Do I want to leave it like that? You can fit 4 on top of that. I also shouldn't be risky about this, though. So let's leave it there. Let's leave that number there. So the problem is that it's triggering the high blocks are too high. So let's just add in a gem type is equal to greater than or equal to 5. And I'll also need to put one of these down here. Alright, try this again. So we should grab the highest, throw it on top of the nearest thing. Grab the highest, throw it on top of the nearest thing. Grab the highest. Yeah, the highest is all the way over there, isn't it? Grab the highest, throw it on top of the nearest thing. That's not the highest. Why are you putting it there? Good thing I set that thing to prioritize differently. And then we're back to normal. Would you look at that? The AI can now successfully handle Tofu's blocks. It doesn't necessarily handle them well, but it can handle them. I'm just gonna let it do that. Like, if it makes a match, then whatever. It made a match. That's also a thing it needs to be trying to do.
I feel like that's about as well as you can handle tofu blocks, really.
Yeah, the better way, or at least a better way to do
To
it,
get two at a time.
is to stack the tofu blocks.
Oh. Well,
That way you don't
it's
have to
only
move
one-
4 onto one, and then move 4 onto the next one, and then 4 onto the next one. You get a stack of them, you can drop 4 on top, and it'll just pile its way down.
Yeah, I guess. You can write that and save that for the smart right away. What is it doing? What are you doing, friend?
Where?
I just, like, took a break from the tofu block to do something else. It it was completing the tofu block, and then real quick it was like, wait, I can make a match right now. Alright, back to the tofu block.
That's the only issue. That could be... It would maybe want to stack the tofu blocks, but otherwise... otherwise that works beautifully. Man, I love it when crap just works. Now that I have something that works, I want to take a break and do something else, but I can't. I need to keep working. Alright, we did something. Time to play more video games. Alright. So how am I going to get it to do this? How am I going to get it to do this? The very hard AI is not good against tofu blocks.
Huh. What? What?
I know exactly what it's doing. Once there's 4 blocks on top of a tofu block, there's nothing telling it to stop putting blocks on top of it.
Blocks itself out.
Yeah, and as fast as it is, it's putting blocks up there faster than the tofu blocks are being destroyed.
Tofu block out! Go away! Oh, I'm lost.
Okay, that's something else that I should take into account now. Oh, tofu, why? Okay, so the AI needs to stop if there are 4 blocks. Okay, so this should be if you are holding something. Holding something, prioritize my blocks, holding garbage, not holding garbage. So it's in the function called find nearest tofu. So find a nearest tofu. So this is the function. So I don't need to worry about those. I'm not counting destroyed. So I need a variable for this. So if we do find one, oh, what's going on here? So if block count is less than 4, then we're good to go. Yeah, so regardless, we want to stop the loop as soon as we find one, so we're stopping the loop like here. Block count doesn't really matter either. Okay, so that actually looks pretty good, except for this fact that this stop loop doesn't actually work. Because we're inside a loop inside a loop. No, this stop loop is actually doing what I want it to do, because it's stopping this loop, which I want to do. So when I do this, I want to stop this loop. Or this loop. Dang it. Well, I can just put it here, though. Okay, theoretically, this should work. Oh. That poor player 1 AI. Oh no.
F.
Why did player 1's AI stop?
Huh. Do they not know what to do because they can't put things on top of that totem block?
No, they stopped before that. Okay, so I think I know what's happening there. That's one thing I can resolve fairly easily. So instead of grab all, let's call grab gem. So we have here two scenarios simultaneously that the AI cannot figure out what to do with. So what if... So what if... Ah, that's what I was looking for. So if combo timer is greater than, or combo number is greater than or equal to 10, set move timer, let's disable you. And then let's go up to the actual mechanics of the game. Update combo timer. Okay, so check match after fall and start combo timer. So this goes down here to the end where we actually start combo timer. So why don't we set combo timer to be... Let's try that. Let's see what this does. This will be interesting. So I may just have come up with a really neat solution to a design problem that I'd had for a while. Very hard broke the combo timer. Welp. Okay, let's try this now. To a degree, both of these problems can be solved by letting it advance gems. I may let it do that.
But they make things a heck of a lot easier.
Okay, so I should be able to take this and say if garbage does exist, but the player is tofu, go ahead and advance gems if there are less than 21 gems. Blocked himself out. Yeah, dang it. Blocked himself out again, the idiot.
Holy shit.
Why did you block yourself out? Okay, so I may have some idea how to solve this problem with the AI on the left. Tofu block, not holding something. Yeah, Air Gamer, I actually took care of that one not long ago. Or that bug not long ago. I think the reason it blocked itself out here is because it doesn't count blocks that have been destroyed when it's counting. So even though that there were 3 destroyed blocks taking up space, it saw that there were still only 3 regular blocks on top of the tofu block. So it thought, hey, that means I need to put even more on it in order to break it. Which is correct. You would need to put 1 additional block on it in order to break it once the destroyed blocks go away. But the problem is that the 3 destroyed blocks plus the 3 normal blocks put it 6 high, and then it put another one on top of that, and I do not make sure that these are 7 away from the top at any given time. I'm not actually sure how to solve that problem, other than just don't play this difficulty. So my other problem, though, is going to be... So we want to prioritize blocks of too high, that's for sure. What we want to do after that, though, is we want to check how many garbage are around. So... num garbage on top. So it's clown dot layer num. I think that's what I pass into this. Num garbage on top, yes. So if the number of garbage on top I need another function for, like, ungarbage on top. Because I can't just go garbage on top, because that's gonna vary. You may only have 2 garbage on top, and have the other 5 rows be completely empty. So I need a new function.
I found a pack of friendly choya.
So this is going to be num gem on top. Num gem on top.
It doesn't even tell me what this quest is. It just says, these choias seem to be indicating that they need help, but it's not clear exactly what they need or want from you. Oh my goodness.
Okay, so if num gem on top equals 0, do something else. So I think what I want to do here actually is insert new event above. And put you in there. Then grab U2, put the sub-events to that. And add an else here. Hey there, cool shop!
You helped Choya for some reason.
Okay, so set too high to 1. So if too high is 0, we can go about our normal AI. And so in our normal AI, then we're looking for if number of gem on top is 0, set destination to... This is when I'm not holding something, right? Yeah. Set destination to... No, we don't want non-highest garbage. We want... find nearest tofu? No. I think we want find nearest trash. Clown set destination to find nearest trash. Let's see, we always have to have this after it. Yeah, find nearest trash and grab it. And then, if we're holding garbage, then we try to move it to the lowest point possible. That's gonna be problems. That's gonna be problems. I think I need another function. For the time being, this sort of works. Okay, well, that function is done. That was easy. I think what I want to do is change this to be find lowest garbage. That's still going to be potentially problems, though. Maybe, if down here, instead of find nearest trash, I use... I make another function. Find highest garbage. Okay, so if you can't do anything because there's no open spaces, find the highest garbage, go there, and pick it up. It will then take it to the lowest point possible and dump it. Alright. So all I have to do is modify this one to find the highest garbage instead of finding the highest not garbage. I feel like what I need to do is make a series of functions that all work with finding different things in different ways. Give me a gem count, give me a garbage count, find the highest gem, find the lowest gem, find the highest garbage, find the lowest garbage, find the nearest garbage, find the nearest gem. Instead of just making them all as I find I need them. I don't know, I may just continue making them as I find I need them. Because the other thing requires work, and I feel like I'm still going to run into a bunch of stuff that I don't know what to do with. Okay, so what's this doing? We're searching left to right. So really, what I need to do is move this up here and move this down here. Okay, I think that may do it. That may find me the highest garbage. Okay, so now we should handle the situation. We should be able to handle that situation now. So let's try this again. Ah, it blocked himself out again. AI, what are you doing? What it's doing is that it doesn't have enough gems to do anything. And it's blocked out from doing anything. So I'm thinking what I want to do... is this has the ability to test depth as well, which I may want to do. No, that's not going to help in this situation because that's not what's going on. Ugh. Both of them are dealing with the same problem. And what's frustrating is that this problem is really easy to solve for a human. So how do I want... I'm going to have to put in some kind of fix for this. I don't know how, but I need to put in some kind of fix for this. Like, it's so easy for a human to do this. Like, the problem is... I used to let it grab gems off the top of tofu blocks, but then you'd get crap where it'd, like, take one off, and then put it somewhere else, and then take one off there and put it back over here, and just go back and forth because it keeps going, hey, we need the highest one, and this is the lowest one. Hey, we need the highest one, and this is the lowest one. And it would just go back and forth. So I said, okay, don't take them off the top of tofu blocks. That's, like, counter to the goal. But then we come into a situation like this, where we need to take them off the top of tofu blocks. So I have to find a way to distinguish between when you can and cannot take them off the top of tofu blocks. Yeah, I'm thinking I may have to do something like that, Air Gamer. That's how I dig. Sort of. Okay, so how do I want to do this? And how is that going to change how I have the entire AI programmed? Ugh. Tofu, why is your block such a pain in the butt? I'm probably just gonna have to repurpose the dig, or I probably can just repurpose the dig variable. I'm just gonna have to like reprogram half of the entire tofu block, or the tofu block AI. Ugh. Never program AIs. Okay, so if we're holding garbage, what do we want to do with that garbage? We still just want to find the lowest point. Let's just have it find the lowest point. But if we're not holding garbage, we need to set the destination to... Okay, I don't actually use find nearest tofu anywhere else, so we can change find nearest tofu to do a thing. So I kind of need two different functions here. Find nearest tofu. Okay, let's make a new function. Again. And let's call it... NPC tofu exists. And the only thing I'm going to add to this is an X coordinate. So I just pass it an X coordinate, and it says, hey, does a tofu block exist at this location? So let's go... for each gem, where gem's X coordinate is equal to function dot param 0 gem instance variable destroyed is equal to 0. And gem type is greater or equal to 5. Set return value to 1. Okay, so set return value to 0. Then search, and set return value to 1 if we find something. Back up here. Holding garbage. So. No, not holding garbage. Clown, instance variable, dig destination is not equal to 0. And clown, no. Compare two variables. First value is function dot call. Did I call it find nearest? No. Did I call it tofu exists? Tofu exists. Okay, so not holding garbage. So if dig destination is actually something, If dig destination is actually something, and a tofu block exists there, then set destination to... clown.dig destination. We shouldn't need that. Okay, let's set 2 high to 0 up there, get rid of it here, get rid of it here. Grab all of this and put it down under that. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is move you up here, move you down here, set this to be a equal to 0, I think I'm gonna grab you and put you down here, you there, get rid of this else, put you down, no.
I like this fight because it's much more of that, like,
Okay, so you're holding something, but it's not garbage. If your dig destination is 0, set a new dig destination. If your... If nothing exists at your dig destination, get a new dig destination. So do I just want to, below that, put in always set destination to dig destination? That should work. And how do we work down here? So if we are not holding anything... Hey there, Supersonic! So if we're not holding anything... this may be the same deal, really. If we're not holding anything, then if there are no gems on top, find the highest garbage. Otherwise, find the highest non-garbage. And then once you have it, you put it into place by dig destination, which we just did up here. theoretically this should work. I just need to change find nearest tofu to be find the... So I just need to change this function to determine where we need to dig. So where exactly do I want to dig? Not necessarily the... I feel like just going for the lowest tofu block would probably be for the best. So let's change this to, instead of find nearest tofu, you know what, let's just leave this one. No, we shouldn't. It's gonna confuse me later. Find lowest tofu. Alright, so, find lowest tofu. How is this function going to work? Well, let's start by getting rid of the entire thing. And replace it with you. I'm trying to focus, so give me a minute. I think that'll work. Okay, let's see how badly this borks. God dang it, two. Quit dumping gems on one, they can't do anything else. Dang it. This actually looks like it's working amazingly. The AI is really stupid when handling Tofu's garbage. Alright. God dang it! Here's an idea. The tofu blocks can be buried. So I don't have to search for one on the very top when I'm looking for one in a dig destination. I can just find the nearest one. Or I can just find the lowest one. Which actually will considerably simplify this equation, or this function. To effectively like this. that simplifies that function a great deal. And it should theoretically work even better now. And the potential situation where it won't be able to figure out what the crap to do if there's only one tofu block left and it's already buried and there doesn't happen to be a dig destination for it has been resolved. Okay, that's not actually what I came in here to fix. What was it that I came in here to fix? Oh, I don't think it stops stacking now. So I think what I want to add to this is I want to check the gems above this. So this is going to be... Okay. We don't necessarily want to stop the loop just yet either. So... Okay, for each gem... ordered by gem.y in ascending order. Where gem type is less than 5. Add 1 to temp count. I want that to be there, that to be there. So if we do find one, so if we do find a tofu block, and temp count is less than 4, And we can set the return value to temp x. We can also stop the loop to stop that for each. Sure. Gotta have that so we know what the crap we're looping through. Okay. Because I cracked because I programmed this once already. And then I just deleted it not long ago. This little bit of code that I'm programming I did once already, but I deleted it. So now I have to remake it. Alright. Okay, people, I'll be back in just a moment. Okay, I'm back. Realize all this time I haven't had the music in the thing in the corner. Okay, so I think all I need to do is... and hopefully this will just, like, finish me up and then we're done, and we're good. There is at least one bug left in the, very hard AI. And I don't know if there's much I can do about that. But we'll get to that when we get to it. So I need to set return value. I've already stopped this loop. I also need to stop this loop. So I'm going to add another local variable for stop loop. Set value stop loop to 1. And then this is once it exits out of this loop, which we just stopped that loop, so it'll exit out of this one, it'll go up here. So before it loops around and does the next one of these, looking for the next gem, we can go if stop loop is equal to 1, stop loop. And theoretically, this should work. Dang. I don't want to, like, punch my monitor. Okay. What? God dang it, something's returning 0 again. Okay, it's picking up a block, so when it's holding a block... Oh, right, I needed to do something after this. For, because this accounts for dig destination being 0, but if this one returns a dig destination of 0... It should go over and find a dig destination, though. So why does it not? Like, this should say, hey, dig destination is 0. Wait, is dig destination 0? Yeah, dig destination is 0. So this is continuing to return 0. Why? I think I know why. No, I don't know why. I know why. Because I'm an idiot, that's why. Because that's always the case. Okay, let's try this again. See if this does anything at all. Man, Tofu's blocks are rough, because if you can get ahead of the AI just folds. It's like, it's whoever gets ahead. Whoever falls behind just folds. Why does that one have so much trash over top of it? It should have stopped. Like, it should have put 4 and stopped. Okay, you know what? It's 8:13, and at this point I feel like I'm diving into figuring out what's wrong with new things. I've at least figured out and solved the problems that I had, but it's still doing this. The function is here. Do I clear dig destination once I have enough blocks over the tofu block? What I should do is... This right here is what determines whether or not it has enough blocks. And if, like this loop here, is whether it determines whether or not there's 4 blocks above it. And what's supposed to happen is if it finds that there are indeed plenty of blocks, then it stops the loop, or stops this loop, and then goes up here to look for another gem. So it should just go find another one. So, like, I feel like at this point, I'm being fairly confident that this is actually working. I'm going to have to just look into something else. Like, I'm just gonna have to do a full debug at this point to figure out what the crap's going on. And that's going to be kind of an ordeal. Look, yeah, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 blocks it put on top of that. Yeah, at this point I'm gonna have to go into full debug to figure out what the crap's going wrong. Hopefully it's nothing too... Yeah, it did it again! It's just piling them up! You know what? That's actually very true. That is actually very true. I don't reset dig destination constantly, so what it's doing is it's getting here, and it's saying, hey, dig destination isn't 0, so we're not going to rerun this function. And then it gets here and says, is there a tofu block at all in this? And there is. So it doesn't do anything. It just goes down until it continues to set destination. That's exactly what's going on. Thank you, AirGamer. I, however, am going to call the stream for now, and hopefully we can fix this bad boy up soon. I'll probably make a function with... where is it? Find lowest over here. I'll probably make a function with something very similar to this in it. And then I'll call that both in here and up top. But yeah. There goes. There are 536 lines of code in this program. Literally half of that is the AI. Don't program AIs. Oh my goodness. Alright, I'm gonna let Barry stream, so I'm gonna go ahead and head out. Now that we know what the problem is, hopefully I remember what the problem is by the next time we program. I'll write it down, I guess. Okay, so Barry's probably going to be streaming Guild Wars?
No, well, maybe. No, I should do it.
Okay, I'm writing the note down. I'm writing it down right now. There, I wrote referring to dig dest even when 4+ above. Hopefully that's enough to help me out. Alright, let's save. We got a lot done today, sort of. Later, everybody. I may try to stream a little bit tomorrow, but we'll see how that goes. I would really like to finish Tofu's block. Because I've still got friggin' Meat Bun and Rhina's blocks left to do. Morgana and Ogre. After I finish Tofu, I've still got 4 more blocks to do. Meat Bun and Rhina can share an AI, so I only really have to program 3 after Tofu. And I feel like Morgana and Ogre will also have very similar AIs.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Alright, not going there, but
Alright. Later, everybody.
see you on my stream? Question mark?